Very good morning students, welcome back to second year physics. So in the previous actually we started a new chapter. The chapter is electromagnetic induction. In that electromagnetic induction actually we finished about a related to the Faraday's laws and about a electromagnetic induction. So the magnetic induction or EMI, electromagnetic induction. So that means here as long as the flux changes, see as long as the flux changes and the flux is linked with the coils, therefore the change in flux creates the current and the current is generate the EMF. The phenomena we can call as the electromagnetic induction. That I want to say about a magnetic flux. See, because the magnetic flux is nothing but when there is a field lines which are passing through an area, normal to the area is nothing but we can call as the magnetic flux. And here the flux is always, here it is we can say, suppose flux is equal to BA cos theta we can take, already you know, already we discussed these things in the previous class. If I suppose you say d phi also we can take BA cos theta also, with small flux is linked with the coils, or in terms of areas you want to say like this also B ds cos theta, and the coil is contains n number turns, therefore d phi is equal to BAN cos theta. N is nothing but a number of turns, this is already is over. And here I want to say, if the flux that is may be positive, right, and may be negative, I told you this already in the last class, negative, and here may be 0. Sir, when will be positive, when will be 0, when will be negative? See, here you see one thing I want to say, here we should always see the magnetic flux, how it is to be entering to the area vector, not to the area. You don't take a area, you consider only area vector. Suppose I will give you an example. There is a one cylinder is given. See, now let us you look at the area vectors. This is the perpendicular drawn, so that you say ds is perpendicular to the area, and it is one more normal is drawn, and there is a another normal is drawn like this. See, these are the area vectors, right? Now let us come to the point is, for this area vectors there will be a flux. See, look at, there is a magnetic fluxes which is entering like this, and it is leaving from this. So this is the magnetic lines of forces which are like this. You see, these are the magnetic lines of forces. And come to the point is, see, you look at here, ds bar and b bar are in this opposite direction at this area. Concentrate what I am saying, may be positive, may be negative, may be 0. When will be positive, when will be negative, when will be 0. So when ds bar and b bar in the opposite direction, when opposite is nothing but a theta is 180, because for this area vector is ds bar which is outward, and at this area flux is entering into the body, and here at this end you look at ds bar which is outward, so that b and ds bar are in the same direction. When they are in the same direction, theta will be 0. Is it okay now? Now let us. And here you look at this area, there will be a theta is 90. Yes, because ds bar and br are in the perpendicular. Now let us apply a flux formula, that is BA cos theta, right? Theta is 180 is given at this area, therefore BA cos 180, of course cos 180 is minus 1. So there will be a negative flux. We can say it is a negative flux, right? And come to the next, here theta is 0, therefore flux is equal to BA cos 0. So cos 0 is nothing but a positive flux. You can say it is a positive flux. Now come to the point at a third area, that is theta 90, no? BA cos 90. Of course cos 90 is 0, therefore flux through this area is 0. See, like this we can take the flux may be positive, flux may be negative, flux may be 0, and here we should consider only area vector, not area. Suppose if you see the area, definitely answers will come wrong. This is the condition related to the magnetic flux. Clear? Okay, and here magnetic flux is a scalar. In the previous class only I told you very clear. And here flux like a 1 Weber is equal to, it is a 10 power 8 Maxwell's, right. This is related to the flux. Right, next one. In general, change in flux due to a rotation of the coils. See, change in flux due to a rotation of the coils. So, writing as change in flux due to rotation of the coil. So, when coil rotated, there will be a change in flux. We will see. In general, when a coil is rotated from an angle theta 1 to theta 2, coil rotated from an angle theta 1 to theta 2, the coil is contains a n number of turns. There will be a flux is equal to BAN cos theta. We can say like this. Clear? Suppose the coil is rotated from an angle theta 1 to theta no, therefore you say it is pi 1 is equal to, the flux changes is equal to BAN cos theta 1, because the angle is changed, therefore it is changes to theta 2 no, therefore phi 2 is equal to BAN cos theta 2. There is a change in flux, that change we can say delta pi is equal to pi 2 minus pi 1, or we can also say it is a pi 1 minus pi 2 also, nothing will happen. So, delta pi is equal to pi 2. What is pi 2 given? BAN cos theta 2 minus BAN cos theta 1. So, delta pi is equal to BAN is common, then cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. This is the change in flux. And in this we have some cases also. Suppose if theta 1 is 0 and theta 2 is you say 90, sir, what will happen? Of course, now we need to find a change in flux for different angles. Delta pi is equal to BAN cos theta 2, that is you say cos 90 minus cos 0, then it is BAN cos 90 0, cos 0 is 1. So, delta pi is equal to minus BAN is the first case. Clear? Right? And here I want to say second case. If theta 1 is 90, theta 2 is you take as 180. So, delta pi is equal to BAN cos it is theta 2 no, 180 minus cos 90. Then delta pi is equal to BAN minus 1. Then delta pi is equal to minus BAN it is. Okay. This is about a case 2. And come to the case 3. If theta 1 is 0 and theta 2 is 180, sir, what will happen? Next case, I want to say next case, theta 1 is 0, theta 2 is 180. So, delta pi is equal to BAN cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Then delta pi is equal to BAN cos 180 minus cos 0. Therefore, delta pi is equal to BAN minus 1 minus 1. Minus 2 BAN. See, we have the different cases related to the change in flux when the coil is rotated from an angle theta 1 to theta 2, right. Now, I want to say on this basis problems, we will see the problems. See, if any problem is there, then we will finish it. See, open the materials, electromagnetic induction. I think it is the 9th chapter. Of course, there are no questions on the basis of directly flux. So it is a flux linked with the other formulas are there. So better we'll continue the topic. Okay. Now come to the point is, suppose I want to say one small related to the change in flux. Say suppose you take a one rod. So the rod is which is rotating in a given a uniform magnetic field. So there is a rod of length is L, or the length R is equal to R, which is rotating, right? See, the question is, a conducting rod of length is L is rotating in a uniform magnetic field with an angular velocity omega. See, there will be a field is given, that is you take as the cross. In this cross field, the rod is rotating. Look at the rod, you take the rod of length is L, which is equal to, we can also call R, and this rod is rotating in a circle like this in a angular velocity with an angular velocity omega. You see, it is rotating and it is making an angle theta with the direction like this, which is making an angle. It is displaced or it is rotated from an angle from a place, see P to Q in a given a field. The field is which is into the plane of a paper. Now we need to find here change in flux. See, actually the flux is nothing but we can say BA, right, or B dot A, okay, B dot A. In this we need to find A is nothing but a, here you look at, it is like a triangle, no, so that half into base into height. So base is nothing but this, but height is we can say this, we don't know, no? So that use this, theta is equal to, angle theta is equal to, it is arc length by, we can say arc length by radius, right. Arc length is nothing but you say PQ by, and here radius is nothing but R. So R theta is equal to PQ, that is we can say height. Shall I? Okay. We can take like this, R theta is equal to PQ is the this one, and base is nothing but R, right. Therefore, now you need to substitute with these all values. A is equal to half into base is R, and H is nothing but R into theta. So A is equal to 1 by 2 R square into theta. This is the area. Now you write here, change in or flux is equal to B into 1 by 2 R square into theta. This is the change in fluxes takes place when the rod of length is L, which is rotating in the uniform magnetic field with an angular velocity omega given, no? Then we need to find, see, omega is equal to theta by T, therefore theta is equal to omega into T. Yes, we can write here instead of this 1 by 2 R square into omega T. This is the flux. So R is nothing but we can also say L, no, therefore 1 by 2 B L square omega T. This is about the flux when there is a rod of length is L, which is rotating in a uniform magnetic field. Therefore, we can say about a flux is equal to, it is a 1 by 2 B L square omega T. Suppose I want to say small change in flux, so that d phi is equal to 1 by 2 B L square omega into dt, we can say like this. See, we can also write from here d by dt, d phi by dt also we can say. From here d phi by dt is equal to 1 by 2 B L square omega. This is we can say like this. And just you keep in your mind, again this will come in the next topic. D phi by dt is equal to 1 by 2 B L square omega. Actually d phi by dt we can also say E. E is nothing but EMF. Yes, you write it here, then we will see in the next class, I will tell you that. So d phi by dt, which we can say it is E. E is nothing but a EMF. So E is equal to 1 by 2 B L square omega. I will tell you this in the next coming classes. E is nothing but a EMF. EMF, we can say like this. So this is what it is about a related to what we can say. When a rod of length is L, which is a conducting rod of length is L, which is rotating in the uniform magnetic field. Therefore, there will be a rod is rotating with an angular velocity omega, no? Then it is what happens will be the derivation will be flux, change in flux will be like a flux is equal to 1 by 2 B L square omega T. Okay, this is related to change in flux, and the rod rotating in the uniform magnetic field will be like this. Is it okay? You go through this derivation and we will see the next continuation other topics. Now, this is only related to what it is, change in flux, and as well as the Faraday's first law. Let us, I want to say Faraday's second law. Side heading is Faraday's second law. Right. See, Faraday's second law. Sir, what will be the Faraday's second law? Already we know first law, right? So, you say Faraday's laws. See, first law already we know, that is about we can say, as long as the magnetic flux changes, then the change in flux is linked with the coils, then therefore there it is to be current and EMF is induces. The phenomena we can call first law. It is over already. Go for the second law. Sir, what is the second law? Second law is nothing but see, there is like this, the induced EMF produced, okay, because of the change in flux linked with the coil or linked with the other coils. Due to the change in flux, there it is to be EMF is induces. Not only EMF, there it is to be current also induces. The induced EMF is always equal to the negative rate of change in flux, the rate of change in flux, that is we can say negative rate in the sense is time. With respect to time, there will be a change in flux. So, this is we can call a second law. Second law of Faraday is nothing but see, the EMF is induces because of the change in flux linked with the coil. If there is a change in flux is linked with the coil, there it is to be EMF is induced. The EMF is equal to negative rate of change of flux, change in flux with respect to time, because there will be a change in flux linked with the coil, and with respect to time only EMF is induces. That is what we can call second law. So, second law is nothing but E is equal to minus d phi by dt. Yes, of course. So, here we know pi is nothing but a BAN cos theta. Of course, you write here EMF is equal to minus d by dt of BAN cos theta. Okay. Minus, it is we can write as BAN, okay, d by dt. Your wish, anyone you write, anyone you can take. This is about a EMF, or we can also write from here E is equal to minus d by dt of, if it is contains n number terms, yes, we can say like this, like if we can write it like this. So, it is nothing but a what, n is nothing but a number of term, and this principle we can also call Newman's law. Newman's law, Faraday's second law, or we can also call Newman's law. This above we can also call Newman's or the Faraday's second law. The Faraday's second law is nothing but Faraday's second law is nothing but so the EMF is induces because of the change in flux is linked with the coil. The EMF is equal to negative rate of change of flux. EMF is equal to negative rate of change in flux. That means here the change in flux or the flux is changes with respect to time only EMF is induces. That is what we can call. Negative means, negative rate means there will be a time is going, the flux is changing, so that we will get the negative rate with respect to time. So, EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt, or we can say pi is nothing but a number of turns we can take, the coil contains a n number of turns, or we know flux is equal to BAN cos theta, then E is equal to minus d phi by dt, then it is E is equal to BAN d phi by dt into cos theta. Just now I told you, just last topic, E is equal to, I told you, no, E is equal to minus d phi by dt. For conducting rod which is revolving in a circular orbit, right? E is equal to minus d phi by dt, right? Here E is equal to minus 1 by 2 b L square omega t. We can say like this, omega like this. This is in the previous class is there, no? That is E is equal to minus d phi by dt. E is equal to actually d phi by dt is there, no? That is what? 1 by 2 b L square omega. So, you simply replace here, we will get the EMF of that rod. The rod which is rotating in the uniform magnetic field, no? Which is rotating with an angle theta, and it is making an angle theta with rotating with an angular velocity omega. So, further EMF will be what happens? 1 by 2 b L square omega. Okay, that continuation we can say it is from the second law of Faraday. From Faraday's second law, we can say like this. So, this about a Faraday first law and Faraday's second law. On this basis, again we have other example and other relations and other applications also is there on the basis of EMF of a Faraday first law and as well as EMF of a second law. Okay, this is what it is related to the Faraday's laws. And this question is from the previous it is, because in the previous the conducting rod rotating in the uniform magnetic field, no, there it is to be d phi by dt is there. D phi by dt is equal to 1 by 2 b L square omega. So, but according to the Faraday second law, E is equal to minus d phi by dt, no. So, you replace this d phi by dt from that expression here you write. So, minus 1 by 2 b L square omega. That means here, you know, spokes. For a wheel, the spokes will be there, no? That is, we can say rods like it is. See, it is fixed at a center. This is the one spoke, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like it is. Wheel is contains n number of spokes. So that each and every spoke, the EMF will be minus 1 by 2 b L square omega. It is there for a neat examination point. So no problem, we look at this. So this is about a EMF of a given a Faraday second law. Clear? So this is about today's class, and we'll see in the next class. Thank you very much.